What is up, everybody? It's Chris. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Just getting ready to get home with the family, and I wanted to share something with you today from a client call that I had with one of our clients today. So they called in, and it's the beginning of the month, and they said, "Hey, Chris, things are going great. We're generating leads, and the whole process is going through." And I'll walk you through the process here in just a second. But they said, I want to switch it up. I want to go try the chatbot campaign as opposed to the survey campaign that they're in right now. And so I started to dig into it with the client to see really what the objection was. Why really do they want to change the campaign? So I said, okay, well, tell me about what's happening right now and what's the process. So we're managing all of their advertising for them. So we're running their Facebook ads and their Instagram ads. And what we're doing is we're providing value to people. So we're saying, hey, if you've got an offer from the bank or you have an offer from another mortgage professional, what we can do is we can check that and make sure that you're getting the right offer. We have another ad set that we're targeting people on that's basically saying, hey, if you're interested in getting a mortgage, what we can do is let you know how much you qualify for, what rate you can expect to pay. People are seeing those advertisements and going, yeah, I am interested in getting a mortgage. I am thinking about going through that process. Let me check this out. And when they click on the ad, we're not taking them to like your standard lead gen form that, your typical internet marketing stuff. We're using chatbots or surveys to start to qualify that person. So we're actually saying to them, okay, before we get your contact information, before you become a lead for one of our clients, you've got to jump through hoops. You've got to let us know that you're actually serious about going through this process, right? Or at least serious enough to spend 5 or 6 minutes filling out the information so that we know that you're serious about the process. So that means that they're telling us, like, hey, this is the mortgage amount that I want to qualify for. Here's how much down payment I have. Here's what I think my credit score is, whether they've been bankrupt previously, whether they're working with a realtor. Like, we ask them all of these questions through the survey process. Some of our questions or surveys are pretty simple. Like, there's 8 questions, right? And then we ask them first name, phone number, email. Some of our clients have a ton of questions that they want to ask people. We've got some surveys that are 14, 15 questions long, right? Now, the beauty of those things, they actually convert far better than a lead generation page, because over time, as we're able to train that Facebook and Instagram algorithm, we're actually able to get more and more people that are interested in the offer, that are being shown the ads. So therefore, more of them will click on them and go through the process, right? Kind of how it works. So this client is going through that process. We're doing all the ads for them. We're setting up the survey for them. We're managing the whole process that the leads are coming in. And if you'd be interested in having us do that for you, go to cigrowthcall.com. That's cigrowthcall.com. What we'll do is we'll get on the phone with you for roughly half an hour, and we'll map out a marketing plan for your specific business. So you tell us what specific products it is that you're offering, and then we'll help you brainstorm ads, how to target people on the different social networks, what ad copy to give them, what offer to give them to actually get them to convert, right? So that's cigrowthcall.com, a fantastic investment of your time. Now, back to this client that I was chatting with today. So the lead is generated, and then we've got this automatic follow-up system that follows up on the leads, which again, we've built for them. So they've recorded ringless voicemails off a script that we gave them. And so that ringless voicemail goes out right away. So a lead comes in, their cell phone will ring, and then the voicemail is inserted in their inbox. They don't actually get an opportunity to pick up the call. Then we send text messages and emails, and we follow up with those leads to get them to reach out. And we have about, on this particular campaign, in the last 30 days, 30% of the leads that we generated for them reached back out to book, to get information from this mortgage professional. And that is where our cautionary tale begins, okay? So the first thing that this professional was doing was sending the online application immediately back to that person. So somebody would say, yes, I'm interested in finding how much I qualify for and what rate I can expect to pay. Are you available on Tuesday? And so they had a templated email once somebody would come in that they were sending back, that they'd created on their own. And the template basically said, hey, we're really looking forward to helping you out. Fill out this online application and we can move to the next step. And that's a full-blown mortgage app, right? Online mortgage app. Well, over 80% of the leads that we're generating from social are done right here on the cell phone, right? So as soon as you send an online application back to somebody, they open it on a cell phone, you've lost them. There's no way that anybody is going to fill out a mortgage app on a cell phone when there's no help associated with it. If it's just like an online form, it's their personal credit information, which is kind of freaky to ask for before you have a relationship with somebody, right? And then the second reason why that's not going to happen is because nobody's going to sit there and type it out on their actual phone. They want to be walked through the process. So the first way to dramatically change the results that are coming from that campaign is not to change the lead quality. It's not to change the targeting. It's not to change the ads. It's not to change the survey. It is to change the process by which you are taking the application once somebody reaches out, raises their hand, and says that they're interested in the process. So never ever send somebody an online application unless you've spoken to them and they've explicitly expressed to you, send me an online app. I want to do this online. I don't want to do it over the phone, right? So anytime you get a new lead that comes to you and says, hey, I'm interested, the goal is to get them on the phone. What we're doing is, I'm not a big football fan. I don't watch football. But as an analogy, like you're starting these people at the 50-yard line. They're in market. They're interested, but they don't know you. They don't like you yet, right? They don't trust you yet. So we have to build that relationship with these people so that they will eventually fill out the app and close the loan and close the deal with you. So people are trying to go all the way from the 50-yard line to the 90-yard line just by sending that online app. We've got to realize that we've got to take it in those 10-yard little bursts, right? So when you get an online lead, especially from social media, you're just moving them one step closer. And that one step closer is a phone call. Then you qualify the lead as fast as you possibly can, and then move to the next step, which is after they're qualified, you know how soon they're looking to borrow or get the loan. Then you take them through the app and you do it over the phone, okay? Now, the second piece of advice that I have for you and that I had for this client while we were on the call is we actually started digging into the communication. So our system tracks everything that goes on in the system. So we can see, hey, the lead came in at this time, the ringless voicemail was sent, then the text message was sent, then the email was sent, then the next day, this follow-up happened and this follow-up happened, and then the lead responds back. Like it's normally about 5 communication touches that go out to the lead before they respond back. And in many cases, in this particular client account, it was anywhere from 4 to 6 to sometimes the next day before they would reach back out to that person. And again, then they were reaching back out with, okay, fill out this online application. Well, when that person has come back and we actually went through the communication threads of like what people were saying. Sorry, I'm not, I know we're live on Facebook right now. My phone is blowing up. It's 5 o'clock. I'm getting all the reports from our team. So, what happened at that point was they've gone through this incredibly awesome follow-up sequence to get that person to reply back. So we're setting a standard of service that's totally different than anybody else in the industry. So I don't know if you've shopped for real estate or you've shopped for mortgages recently, but we have, and I'm kind of a nerd like that. I'm not actually in market for real estate or whatever, but I am always in market for good marketing and advertising. So every so often I'll drive by a really nice listing and I'll just call the number on the phone or on the sign, right? Or if I see a really compelling ad online, I'll call just to see what type of response that I get. And I can tell you the average response time on a new lead that comes in is horrible. Even worse, I've called on, so to give you an example of when we were in California, I called 5 specific listings while we were in California. Can anybody guess how many calls I got back from calling 5 listings in Southern California, which aren't the cheapest real estate out there in the world? So just to shorten this for you, because your time is important, out of 5 calls that I made, I only got 1 call back. And your clients are going through similar processes. It's the same in the GTA. Same. I mean, we're in, multiple offer situations basically across the United States and Canada, right? So, these people are getting bad customer service. And when they're filling out lead forms and when they're submitting information to get information from companies, people aren't calling them back right away. So when they come through one of our funnels that we've architected for our clients, they get follow-up right away. And then continued follow-up, offering them what it is that they wanted, which is a phenomenal brand experience for your brand. Then they're reaching back out, and all of a sudden there's this long lag time. And they start to think, wait a minute, why was the follow-up so awesome in the beginning and now it's dropped off? Are they too busy? Is my level of service as a customer, is it going to suffer now? Is there something going on in the company? So you have to make sure that when that new lead comes in, you have a priority sequence. You have somebody in your business that is responsible for getting back to that lead. And if that's you, that's okay. But you need to have on your phone a standard response. Like, I'm currently in a meeting right now, but your business is important to me, and I'll reach back out as soon as I have time this afternoon. Alternatively, you can call this person to get help. You've got to be able to give that person a real-time response. Most of the leads and most of the communication that we're seeing on our client accounts, and specifically on this client account, is these people were becoming leads in the morning. So they were getting to work at like 10 a.m. They're on Facebook surfing. They've found a house over the weekend that they're actually interested in getting information from. And then they're reaching out to this mortgage professional looking for an appointment that afternoon, right? Well, if the follow-up isn't until after the appointment time that they had originally requested, no bueno. You're not going to get that deal. You've lost them on the standards of service. So not only do you have to make sure that you get back to them in a timely fashion, but you meet with them on their schedule. Remember, these are new leads that are coming into your business. It's different from a referral. It's different from somebody else. So you got to have that standard of service in place. Now, if you want more leads and you want more quality leads of people that are in market, it's funny because the last lead that we looked at had actually been through the approval process with, I won't say the name of the company, but they're like a massive online mortgage lender. And they were looking to compare that massive online mortgage lender against our particular company. And they had just responded back with the online app. And it was like, okay, yeah, you're going to lose that lead. They're working with an online lender. They've already been through that process, and it was much smoother and much easier than the process that you tried to send them through. Let's be thoughtful about this. Give them the thing that makes you unique. Service. The amazing, amazing service that you give to your clients and customers. It makes all of the difference. So if you want those quality leads and you want the whole process managed for you so that you can just spend your time working the leads, go to cigrowthcall.com. Fill out a couple of questions there, and you can book a call with our team, and we'll guide you through setting up the process in your business. I hope you found this video helpful, and stay tuned for future helpful tips. We're going to help you grow your business. My name's Chris Johnstone, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. cigrowthcall.com. Bye.